wear cologne that comes in the sample size. Your watch says Rolex, but I know you bought it from some guy on 5th Street who also sells fake IDs. Can't trick me, I've seen it all before, you see. You drive an Audi that you rented from Alamo. You got the hook up through your cousin who's the regional manager on weekdays. She gave it to you for one night for free. Don't you wish you drove it in real life? You're fronting like a Trump kind of money when you're really just a 26-year-old chump living with your mommy. You can say whatever you got to say, but all I see is that you're just a cheap creeper. Flaky eyes that only know how to lie. The truth I see is that you're just a cheap creeper. Cheap, 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 cheap creeper. Cheap, 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 cheap creeper. I see you sitting in the corner trying to act smooth behind your dark sunglasses, watching every move I'm making. Can almost feel your hands on me, so sit babe the way you chose. You're acting like a Justin Timberlake when all you are just a fake guy living with your mommy. You can say whatever you got to say, but all I see is that you're just a cheap creeper. Flaky eyes that don't know how to lie, but the truth I see is that you're just a cheap creeper. Cheap, 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 cheap creeper. Cheap, 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 cheap creeper. You couldn't even buy me a drink if you wanted to. Don't keep acting like you think I'm into you. Let me spell it out so you no longer confused. Not a chance in hell, no, no, no. You're just cheap, cheap, oh, cheap creeper. Cheap, 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 cheap creeper. You can say whatever you got to say, but all I see is that you're just a cheap creeper. Flaky eyes that don't know how to lie, but the truth I see is that you're just a cheap creeper. You can say whatever you got to say, but all I see is that you're just a cheap creeper. Flaky eyes that don't know how to lie, but the truth I see is that you're just a cheap creeper. Cheap, 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 a cheap creeper. Cheap, 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 creep, creep. Cheap, 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 a cheap creeper. Cheap, cheap, you're just a cheap creeper.